either. If I looked at the map right, should be onions and shallots and peas. And I guess the garlic is going to have to stay where it is. There's no shortage of leaves. No, I think that might be the elephant garlic, and that's regular garlic. Should have taken better notes. So the unveiling didn't go quite as wonderful as I had hoped it would, but that's okay. I do have some things growing there and I'm learning. And so now I just need to turn the compost pile today and keep working on that raised bed. This compost is beautiful. That's turned over somewhat, so it just needs to cook a little more. When it gets a little closer to the time to plant the peas and set out the onions, I will come down here and scoop some of that out and put it in the raised bed to get those plants off to a good start. Okay, I need to get this weed barrier fabric put down. I have to go get some scissors. Today's tip is maybe don't do weed barrier fabric when it's this windy. I just went inside and checked my garden plan so that I could see which bed I needed to prep for the peas, and it's right here where all this garlic is. So I'm gonna have to do a little reorganizing. I did have garlic in my plan, and either I wrote it in the wrong place or I thought the garlic would be done foolishly, so I'm going to have to do a little work with that. Right here is where the peas are going to go. One of the peas is going to go here in ground, and the other one is going to go in the raised bed so that I can see which one does better. This bed down here, which has the liner, cardboard liner, and leaves right now, is going to be where I will put the onion sets and the leeks and the shallots when I'm ready to plant those. So this needs a little more work. I'm going to have to put some more soil in there and some compost and get that ready. I have about 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Since I moved the frame for this bed when I made the whole bed long, I can move this soil. Those few little onions there are just green onions that I planted from the grocery store after I cut off the tops and ate them. So I think I'll just pull those out, and then I can move that soil over to the new onion bed over here. Alright, I've got the shovel. Time to move some dirt. think the camera will pick this up, but this guy is iridescent and doing good work in the garden. The onion bed is done. Now I only have 7 more sections to go. Only a 1/4 inch of rain since the last time. This is some of the bamboo that came with the place. We're trying to keep it in check, cutting it down periodically, although not much is going to keep it completely out. This was all filled in with bamboo, but now it's been cleared out, so hopefully it'll stay clear for a little while. Haven't seen this before. Last year's bird nest. This happens when it rains here. It's a crawdad hole for anybody who hasn't seen one. I don't know what that is, but there are several of them growing in here. Very interesting. There's a carrot. And this is what I'm going to be starting today. The microgreens are coming along pretty well. They are leaning just a little bit. Looking forward to munching on those. The kitty cat was in here this morning munching on them a little bit. Those are chives. And that's thyme. And I have a teeny tiny chamomile sprout. I don't know if you can see that at all or not. Celeriac, there are a couple little teeny sprouts in there too. I've never grown that before, and I'm really interested to see what it's like. Now, celeriac is a root veggie, and it is supposed to be like celery flavor-wise, but the root part is what you use, so it's more like maybe a giant water chestnut or something like a Jerusalem artichoke, which is what I'm kind of thinking they're like, you know, to be crunchy and nice instead of stringy and mushy like celery is when it's cooked. So I'm going to see how those go, and I'll let you know if I ever get to do a taste test. Here's my meager harvest for the day, but some is better than none, and I'm trying and things are growing, so it's getting better. This troublemaker always wants to play with the produce. Then in about a month I'll be able to plant new radishes outside. And I started a bunch of peppers. I don't eat peppers, I don't like peppers, but I'm growing a lot of peppers. And these onion seeds are still not doing a thing. I got the cabbage planted. There's the apple tree. And over here I have cabbage starts and kohlrabi. I'm going to experiment and find out if there's any benefit to starting kohlrabi indoors, because I will be planting some outside as well in the ground. Cinnamon basil, lettuce. Now I also don't know whether there's that much benefit in planting lettuce inside to start seeds. So I'll see how those do compared to the other ones when I plant those outside. So this is Tuesday. I don't even know if you can hear me because this rain is so loud. And I'll see you next time.